What is going on, everybody? And in this video, I'll be showing you the best races to grind in the motocross class. Now, I'm not gonna lie to y'all, this is one of the more difficult classes to grind, mainly because the races are pretty annoying. So in this one, I am gonna be running a Fame Magnet set, mainly because I do not want to use a Nitro Chemist set, because it does make this a lot easier to do. If you're grinding these races, you probably do want to get the Nitro Chemist set or a better set in general. So I'm gonna be running the Score Breaker on here to show you that you could still do these races with this set on here. I'm not gonna lie, for this also you could use any bike you want. For me, I'm using the Nighthawk edition, but any of the bikes can easily do this. They're all honestly pretty dang good, and you're pretty much just grinding the races out. The main issue you're gonna have is the other races in these because they are really annoying. Do keep in mind, I'm gonna back out of this and show you this real fast as well. You could grind other races if you wanted to, like the stunt events. For me, this is the race that I was doing for the motocross bike when I was leveling it up. The race is over here in the mountains here up like past New York. It is called Mount Washington. I personally found this one the easiest to do, even with the other racers there. I also enjoyed this race a lot. It was a fun one. There's some cuts and stuff in it. You can dodge some of the jumps and all that. I just found this one easy personally. Some of these races are going to be really annoying though. I was actually testing it out before and doing some of these. And to be 100% honest with y'all, I am avoiding most of the motocross races in this because I just do not like doing them. Some of them are really frustrating. Like the one over here is pretty fun. But again, the racers are just kind of annoying. You can also do the stunt events. Like this one right here, if you would like. You gotta pretty much get points in it though if you really want to do that. Personally, I'm not gonna be running these though. I don't really do those too often, if I'm being honest, so I'm gonna pretty much be running the race here. The main reason why I picked this race as my favorite is because not only is it really easy to do, which is a big jump, but it's also really very short. There is like, I want to say like 3 or 4 motocross races that are like 2 minutes long, but I just found this one to be the easiest. I tested other ones out as well. There's another one that's also 2 minutes called White Mountains. This was actually could be a little bit shorter, but personally I found this track very annoying when I was riding on it. That's why I haven't even done the Ace version of it yet. I did not really like this track too much, and I found the Mount Washington much easier to grind. So I'm going to jump into this race to talk about this one. I'm sure many people are trying to find the best possible race to do in each class here to grind their parts out, and well, to be honest, I know where you guys are coming from because some of these races are definitely not worth it on how annoying they can possibly be with these AI and stuff like that. Personally, I think this one might be your best bet, mainly because you can fly by the AI normally around that first turn there like I just did. I was noticing though, not gonna lie to y'all, that having your bike not on 70, like 68, something like that, 69-ish, even 67 I want to say, you could probably still beat these races, but if it's not 70 you might struggle a little bit. The AI are just really fast on here and they could be a little annoying sometimes, so this class definitely might be on the frustrating side when trying to level up. Luckily you could go around all these jumps here, which definitely helps a little bit with getting ahead of them. Personally, a lot of big tips I can give on this is to just try to keep your lead and don't go like too over crazy on some of the jumps, because if you go like around the turns the wrong way, stuff like that, you could definitely crash pretty easily or go off track. I've done it way too many times. Even when I was practicing trying to do this race before and recording this, I was messing up tremendously. Kind of like right here, if you guys go off the jumps the wrong way, you could mess up, but luckily you could still stay in first even with screw-ups there. I figured I'd show that as well. Mainly because you can still complete these races, and when I was grinding this class out, I was definitely struggling a little bit. Having a loot digger set might help a little bit, but to be honest, I do not have that set for this class, and mainly because I got the Nitro Chemist set first, so I didn't really need to get it. And then obviously the summits and all that might have had rewards for the Nitro Chemist set and all that, but luckily, if you guys do not have, you know, the loot digger set, these still might take some time to do, but to be honest, I don't think they're too awful. Like, even all this crashing I'm doing in this race, I'm still pretty much beating the AI pretty easily, and that's definitely a plus, because you see they're way back there behind me. Cutting right there definitely helps a lot in getting around. The race is only 2 laps as well, so if you guys are looking to grind these out, this might be your best bet. I tested a lot of the other races out as well just to do them, and to be honest, I don't think any of them are really as easy as this one is, and it seems like the AI on those could be a little annoying. Although some of the other races might be pretty dang fun, that is definitely not a lie there. I would have to say this one might be your best bet on actually grinding out the parts. My friend also did this race as well after doing it with me a couple of times. He realized how easy this one was. So 2 minutes and 1 second. Not too bad, honestly. Pretty dang fast. You can complete it pretty easily. Once you keep doing it, you'll probably get better at it as well. So right there, I got 3 parts, as you can see, which I notice is the average on these races. You could do the longer motocross races as well. Like, there's a couple, I think, in California that are like 4 minutes long or so. Those will probably drop you like 5 to 6 parts if the game's being generous there. But normally I'll just do these fast races. I find them easier, and sometimes the longer length races sometimes just aren't worth doing mainly because you might get a couple more parts, but they could also be really annoying and take up more time. You could do 2 of these races in the time of one of those, and this one still might be easier to do than the other ones. Hope this video helped you all out with the motocross class, because this one is definitely on the harder side to level up, mainly because of the races can get pretty difficult. Even like doing like the lower leveled races, for example, I noticed they're pretty annoying as well. So like going over here, and when I was leveling up the bikes, I was having some issues with them at first. So if you guys are having issues with these, leveling them up, you're not alone. I'm sure many people might have maxed out bikes already, but if you're looking to like get parts you're missing or something like that, this race I believe is going to be your best bet. I do think it's the easiest, and it's only 2 minutes, so I recommend trying out the Mount Washington motocross race to help level up your bikes faster. I do truly believe this is the best one to do here up above New York, and this is the one I actually grinded out the whole time for my bike. So I actually didn't do other ones. I just literally just did this one, and I did get the Nitro Chemist set pretty fast. Didn't really take me as long as I thought. I maxed it out pretty quick. Do keep in mind, like I said, you might only get purple parts, though, unfortunately, on these. And sometimes you'll get all gold parts, kind of depends. If you guys have, like, Loot Digger or your stuff on Lucky and Gold Finder, all that will definitely help getting these maxed out easier. Like I said, I hope this video helped you all out, and definitely try this one out if you're trying to get parts you're missing for your class, or you're just trying to level it up. We all know the motocross class can definitely be on the more frustrating side compared to the other ones, with how they are leveled, how the other AI in these races can be.